Man, I think that everyone saw that we kind of got some flow when Kate was hurt and our offense was clicking. But now we have to have a new offense when she's in there because she just brings that much to the game. And so we have to adjust. And I think all of us just want it now. We know what the potential of this team can be, but we can't think about that. You really have to take day at a
After 2 straight embarrassing losses to teams they should have beaten, the Indiana Fever walked into Gainbridge Fieldhouse against the Atlanta Dream, with everyone questioning if this team was falling apart. Caitlin Clark had just returned from injury. There were reports of heated arguments between her and coach Stephanie White, and Brittney Griner's disgusting comments about Clark from their last meeting still hung in the air. But what happened next wasn't just a win, it was a statement. The Fever didn't just beat the Dream, they absolutely demolished them 99-82 in a performance that had everyone remembering why this team has championship potential. Picture this. The Indiana Fever just dropped 2 games they should have dominated, and fans started wondering if their team was completely falling apart. The losses to the LA Sparks and Golden State Valkyries weren't just defeats. They were warnings that something was seriously wrong with this roster. The chaos started when Caitlin Clark got injured with a groin injury and Damiris Dantas sat out a few games to play for the Brazilian national team. Suddenly, the entire lineup got thrown into complete disarray. Players who had found their rhythm were getting moved around. Rotations that worked before stopped making sense. The team was described as a little frustrated, and it showed on the court every single night. Coach Stephanie White wanted to play slow and methodical basketball, grinding out possessions and controlling the pace. But Clark was pushing hard for a fast-paced offense that would showcase her incredible court vision and passing ability. This wasn't just a minor disagreement, it was a fundamental clash about how the team should play basketball. The team looked like they were playing as 2 different teams depending on whether Clark was on the floor or not. The frustration reached its peak during those losses to teams the Fever should have beaten without breaking a sweat. Players were confused about their roles on the court. The beautiful ball movement that made this team special was nowhere to be found. Clark's shooting slump made everything worse. She was shooting just 28.9% from the field and 11.4% from three-point range over 5 games. Here's where it gets really interesting. Reports started surfacing about heated discussions between Clark and White during practice sessions. These weren't friendly coaching conversations. These were intense debates about strategy and player roles that everyone on the team could hear. The tension was building every single day, and everyone could see that something had to give before the team completely imploded. What happened next during that Atlanta Dream game would either make or break this team's entire season. The stage was set for either a complete meltdown or the kind of breakthrough performance that champions are made of. This wasn't just about basketball anymore. It was about whether the Fever could overcome their internal struggles and show the world what they're really capable of. You won't believe what happened in that locker room at halftime. The conversation between Caitlin Clark and Stephanie White that nobody was supposed to hear about. The first half against Atlanta wasn't going according to plan, and you could see the frustration building on both sides of the court. The Fever looked disjointed again, struggling with the same issues that had plagued them during those embarrassing losses. Sources close to the team revealed that Clark didn't hold back during the halftime break. She expressed her concerns about certain players and demanded changes to the rotation. According to reports, Clark told Stephanie White to sit Kelsey Mitchell and Howard because they don't pass. This wasn't just a suggestion, it was a direct critique of how the team was executing on offense and who was contributing to the ball movement problems. The discussion got so intense that other players could hear voices rising from the coaching area. Everyone knew this was a make-or-break moment for the team. The tension was thick, and you could feel that something major was about to happen. This wasn't just another coaching conversation, this was a heated discussion that would determine the direction of the entire season. What made this conversation different was that Clark wasn't just complaining about problems. She was offering specific solutions and showing the leadership qualities that made her a superstar. She saw exactly what was wrong with the team's offensive flow and wasn't afraid to call it out directly to her coach. White had to make a choice right there in that moment. She could stick with her original game plan and hope things would turn around, or she could trust her star players' instincts about what the team needed to succeed. The beautiful thing about this moment was watching 2 competitors who both wanted the same thing, to win. Figure out how to make it happen together.
Well, I think I've just been waiting to play basketball for a really long time now. You go through the preseason games, you go through a lot of training camp. It's been a few weeks now. I think you're just itching to get out there and really play like a real game that's going to count towards your record.
The real test would come in the second half when everyone would see if their heated discussion led to actual results on the court. That halftime argument wasn't a sign of dysfunction. It was the moment when a good team started becoming a great one. The chemistry that emerged from that honest conversation would become the foundation for everything that happened next. Remember those disgusting comments Brittney Griner made about Caitlin Clark? Well, the Fever made sure she paid for every single word during their revenge game against the Atlanta Dream. The last time these teams met, Griner didn't just play physical defense. She crossed the line with verbal attacks that had no place in professional basketball. Those comments were still fresh in everyone's mind when the Fever walked onto the court.
Brittney Griner has not commented, which I find significant. I've watched that video countless times, and it sure looks like Brittney Griner says, "F***ing white girl."
The WNBA should investigate Brittney Griner's seemingly uttering profanities about white girls.
Walking into this game, you could feel the extra motivation in the air as the Fever players rallied around their teammate who had been unfairly targeted. This wasn't just another regular season game anymore. It was personal. The entire team knew they had something to prove, and they were ready to send a message that you don't mess with their chemistry and expect to get away with it. Sophie Cunningham stepped up in a massive way, recording a double-double with 16 points and 10 rebounds while playing with the kind of intensity that sends a clear message. Cunningham's energy and determination were visible on every possession. She was diving for loose balls, fighting for rebounds, and making sure everyone knew the Fever weren't going to be intimidated by anyone. Her performance was a direct response to what happened in their previous meeting. Kelsey Mitchell absolutely exploded for 25 points, leading the Fever's offensive charge and showing Griner and everyone else that attacking one of their teammates only makes this team stronger. Mitchell's scoring ability was crucial in the Fever's ability to pull away from the Dream. She hit shots from everywhere on the court, proving that the team's resilience and focus couldn't be disrupted by external provocations. Even when Clark's shots weren't falling, she still managed 12 points and 9 assists, proving that her impact goes far beyond just scoring. Clark showed renewed aggression, driving to the basket and drawing fouls instead of settling for outside shots. Her ability to facilitate the offense and make plays for her teammates was crucial, demonstrating her value even during a shooting slump. She dictated the pace and created opportunities for everyone around her. The most beautiful part was watching Aaliyah Boston facilitate the offense with 8 assists while contributing 19 points and 6 rebounds, turning the Fever into a passing machine that Atlanta couldn't stop. Boston's playmaking abilities were key in the team's improved teamwork and ball movement. She was finding open teammates all over the court and making the extra pass that led to easy scoring opportunities. By the time the fourth quarter rolled around, it was clear that this wasn't just a win, it was a statement game. The Fever outscored Atlanta 59-37 in the second half, showing their ability to make adjustments and execute their game plan effectively. This strong performance highlighted their resilience and ability to overcome challenges after a difficult first half. The Fever's 27 assists on 35 made baskets showed exactly what happens when you unite a team by attacking one of their own. That 77% assist rate highlighted the team's ability to work together and create scoring opportunities. Sophie Cunningham captured the moment perfectly when she said, "This is a special group that we have, and so when we can just go out there and have fun and be competitors and feed off of each other, it's just easy."
I just love it. I really do think this is a really unique and special team.
It is.
In the locker room, we really do love each other. Like, we love spending time together. Our practices, I'm not going to lie, are long.
They scored 59 points in the second half, their highest scoring half of the season, showing their offensive firepower and ability to make adjustments. The joy and teamwork you saw in this game gave fans a glimpse of what the future holds. A team that's not just talented, but unified in their pursuit of greatness. This wasn't the end of their story. It was the beginning of something special that has championship written all over it. What happened in that second half wasn't just impressive. It was a masterclass in how championship teams respond when their backs are against the wall. The Fever scored 59 points in the final 24 minutes, nearly doubling Atlanta's output and tying their highest scoring half in the last 7 seasons. This wasn't luck or a hot shooting night, it was pure execution. The Fever outscored Atlanta nearly 2-1 in those final 24 minutes, showing the kind of adjustments and execution that separates good teams from great ones. They shut down Jordan Canada after she torched them for 26 points in the first half. That's what championship teams do. They figure out problems and fix them fast. This victory proved that when this roster is healthy and playing together, they have the talent and chemistry to compete with anyone in the league. The joy and teamwork you could see on their faces during this game gave fans a glimpse of what the rest of the 2025 season could look like as a full roster. If you support the fever, then comment, "I've got the fever." Like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications so you never miss out. Click the video on the screen, and we will see you in the next one.